Hello, this is Ivana.
This is Yaw.
And you're listening to the podcast Life in Black and White.
And all the shades in between.
We share all things life, relationships, marriage, parenting, race, and much more. If you enjoy listening to us, then please follow or subscribe to this podcast. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook under Life in Black and White. Welcome to the 12th episode.
Hi! How are you? How is everybody?
Stop it! I told Yao that he needs to be more
upbeat,
and
energetic. Hey everybody, how's it all going?
Yeah, okay, a bit less maybe.
Hi.
First, I have to point out that I'm wearing earplugs. So if I shout too loud,
that's just normal life for me.
Yes, because for those of you who don't know this, which is probably everyone, I have misophonia, which is a high sensitivity to certain sounds and sounds that your husband
Yeah, especially your husband makes. We're getting to the point where soon it'll be breathe like me breathing.
You know what? Like in severe cases, like they can't stand other people breathing, these people who have misophonia.
I think I get misophonia every time we have an argument.
Oh, so since I want to stay married, I'm wearing earplugs now. And I need these loop earplugs or loop plugs. Loops. No loop. Yeah, loop.
That's just a
LOOP.
Different type of plug. So.
I don't need subtitles. Thank you very much.
No, I'm just saying because that's just a whole new type of episode.
Next one, yeah, it can be. So today we have a very funny topic or subject that we believe lots of couples, married or not married, can relate to or resonate with, which is who is cooking dinner, sharing the chores, okay? Yeah. And I don't even know where to start. There's so much I want to say. You too?
Yeah, I'm thinking misophonia, but carry on. Let's go. No, go on. Come on.
No, the reason I said why I want to stay married is that I can get really, aggressive when you trigger, irritable, yeah. Anyway, or if you have a partner who has it, get in touch with Yao.
Yeah. So we can all work out the support group together.
Aww. That's nice. So back to the chores. Yeah. I think we should start with...
I thought we were supposed to be upbeat. And then you went...
No, I'm just thinking where to start.
Go on, then.
Am I shouting, by the way? I can't, say...
You just sound upbeat. It's fine. Okay.
Because it sounds weird when I'm wearing earplugs. So, because I think that what most couples struggle with, or a lot of couples, is sharing the chores, and it's mostly women who often feel they do either everything or that the men don't help as much as they could. So let's start with talking about how it looks in our household, I'd say. Okay. Should I tell the truth or?
Yeah. Are we going?
No, I would say that none of us is like OCD type of, I know it's actual disorder, but it's like not obsessed with. But it's the truth that I like things neat and tidy, because if they're not, I get triggered. My anxiety can get bad. So I just like it when things are not, all over the place.
I love that.
And I love that as we're looking in front of us is a pile of clothes ready to be folded. But
exactly. We're just sat there right in front of like this pile of clothes, and we're just like, oh, we've got to do that, don't we?
Yeah, right?
Oh, wow. Really?
Oh. So.
This has got to be an interesting episode. Let's go. Come on.
Let's do this. I love cleaning, I have to say, but that's my obsession. it doesn't mean it's what's that expression? Sparkling clean all the time. No. Spotless? No, it's not. Yeah, we have 3 kids, so it's not even possible. I just like cleaning. It's my therapy, I'd say.
I actually, sometimes, I remember when we first moved into a new place, we got so used to like having dishwashers and or having a dishwasher that when we moved into this new place and we didn't have one, I think it was like the first week or 2 weeks, we got into an argument, didn't we?
Yeah, but...
No, but it was. We got into like this argument about who was doing the dishes more. I remember because I was thinking, no, but I did this and I did this and I did this and I did this. And then you came back with a counter argument of, do you actually realise what I actually do and what I actually pick up? And I just remembered it was, we're just talking about a dishwasher, just us doing the dishes ourselves was able to kind of start an argument. And I was so justified with my viewpoint. Why am I doing the dishes so much?
Yeah, you did for like 2 weeks. What happened after?
Like I said, this is going to be an interesting episode. No, but I think we do mix it up a bit. All right, there's certain things that I feel that you may do a bit more often, but like this, I could go through and I could fold, and I know you do it more often, but it's not that I don't do it.
Okay, I just wanted to move on to that.
Okay, go on then.
So that was just the intro, yeah? But the truth is that Yaw helps. I don't like help because it's up to us, no? Both of us. But he does more than an average man, only from what I hear from other people, which is amazing. And I wonder, like, why that is. Because, you have men who feel, this is woman's job. So what it is that makes you think otherwise?
Just the way I've been brought up, I suppose. Well, if you come to the Poku family, we're not shy about any of us doing chores, You have to learn to be able to look after yourself if you need to, Once you go out into the world, it can't be a situation where you can't boil an egg or you can't cook or you can't clean. It's just unheard of. It's like I saw my dad, like my mum had arthritis, and for a long period of time before she passed away and things, my dad did a lot around the house. And it's, it wasn't anything, it just was. It's just something that you did because it had to be done.
So you think it's the way you brought up then? I mean, not you specifically, but in general.
I can only really comment more so on myself that it was, and I think quite a few, from African, Caribbean, even like some racial kind of backgrounds that have it's just instilled in them that you need to cook, you need to clean, you need to do these bits and stuff, and it's more than likely that you'll have to go through these things. I remember at times where I hated it, couldn't stand it, but now it's next to nothing.
You hated what?
Actually doing some of these chores and things.
Like Mason, you mean?
Oh.
Our son.
Yeah, and when I look back at certain things, I think I did at certain times. It really got to me. I was really like, why am I kind of doing this? But I look back on it and it's like, if I need to do something, I can do it and it's nothing. I can do it in a few minutes and it's done. Maybe not to your level of cleanliness in some cases, but, it's...
So there is still hope for Mason.
After a few years, yeah, maybe. No, I just think, and I, what I was trying to say before, when we're doing dishes and things, sometimes I do actually find that therapeutic.
Yeah, exactly.
I just kind of switch off a little bit, or my brain kind of stops ticking over so much. And, after a while, if you've got some music kind of playing.
Exactly. You listen to a podcast.
You listen to a podcast and leave a great review. Yeah.
Yeah. We should have started with that, actually.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's edit this and say, welcome to the podcast. Did you leave a great review?
If not, do so now.
Yeah.
Okay, next time we'll do better. No, but in terms of cooking, I think it's like 60-40 maybe. What do you think? No?
Yeah. I don't cook as much, but I do like cooking.
Yeah. It's funny when Yaw cooks goulash, one of our traditional dishes, Slovak and Czech, and he actually makes better goulash than me.
Again, that's on record. So please make sure you put a good review and make sure you send this out to all the Slovakians and stuff out there and the Czechs.
I need to record you making this goulash. It's amazing. The Ghanaian bloke cooks goulash.
I like it.
We have guests this Friday, and you're cooking. You know that, right?
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
You're cooking goulash.
I'm cooking goulash, and I'm gonna have it all ready, so it's kind of there on the Thursday evening. So
Don't start talking about food, then you forget what you were talking about in the first place, like Joey, no?
I know.
How was it?
Great.
A little custard and a little...
Oh, and some breadsticks, a sharing buffer.
Sorry, what were you saying then?
I know.
I'm not even sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, I love that episode.
Best line ever. Did you share a grape? What's this about the grape? You wouldn't share a grape with, not me, Emma. No,
the best line, or the I'm not even sorry is the best line, no?
It's brilliant.
When he ate the cake, when she left now for the toilet. Yaw loves food, by the way. Oh my God. You know what? To me, food is just food. No, such a waste of money.
I don't understand that. I don't get that. We might be going off topic, but let's just go with it.
No, you love to eat. We're talking about cooking, and I'm saying you love to eat. And I've never seen anyone enjoy food as much. But it's amazing. I wish I had that ability.
But it's all the flavours and emotions and things that you can have with it. It can, the smells, the taste, and it can. Sorry if I'm going. It literally can transport you back to. Do you remember Ratatouille?
Yeah.
And that critic, and he hates everybody, and he's like bad reviews for everybody. But then all of a sudden, he has. I can't remember what the dish actually was.
Oh yeah.
And it brought him back to when he was like a child. I'm sorry, I'm really gone. You talk about food and I could talk for hours. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's my thing. Maybe I should... I think I've just had an epiphany. Maybe I should be like not a food critic, but just a food lover.
If you get paid for it, be whatever you want, my love.
Oh, that's amazing.
Food lover. Like a tasting, have
yeah.
Game.
Wow.
You have that for alcohol, you have that for games, why not?
But there are, right?
Yeah, I mean, why not do it? It's a great idea.
Oh, wow. And when you all hear that I became the professional food lover or a foodie, then it was on this podcast that I actually came up with the idea.
So if this is the last episode, you know why. Yaw is too busy.
I'm too busy eating. Please, Yaw, stop eating. You haven't got the job yet. Okay, I love food.
brilliant. So in that case, it's pleasure to cook for you, if it's good, but also it's a responsibility because it's like pierogi last time. Pierogi is one of our traditional dishes, and it's like dumplings filled with whatever you want, basically. But I wanted to do jam pierogi, and I underrated how hard it actually is to make it right. Yeah, and as I was, it looks so easy on on the video.
I'm sorry.
So I can do this. It's like 50 minutes, and then as I started, because you have to make a dough properly, and then cut these things, like make it perfect size, or and then cut the pieces out and then stick them together. I was like, oh my God. And as I started, I was like, something is not right. It doesn't look like this. It's not supposed to be like this. And then they were absolutely disgusting. And I tried one. I was like, uh-oh. And instead of 1 hour, I spent, 3 hours in the kitchen?
But it was the kids.
Oh, and the kids, when they saw it, I don't want it.
I don't want to eat it. You need to eat it. You need to just try it. And it's like, I don't want to. And then you try it. Just try one. Just try one.
No, because I wanted to do, because my grandma used to. Okay, the love. She would put amazing melted butter with breadcrumbs on it.
Sorry.
And that made it was just a cherry on the cake. It was amazing, my grandma's pierogi. Yeah. So I melted cheese and I put too many breadcrumbs. So it was basically just breadcrumbs coated in butter on it. But I really wanted, I picked one that was okay. And I just wanted Henry to at least give it a try. Yeah. And then those eyes, pleading, looking at Daddy. Please, Daddy, save me. I don't want it. I promised I don't want after. Eat it and
I don't know how you're going to try to convince him to ever eat that again. Even if it's amazing, you're going to have to just kind of...
He's traumatized. But basically, I forced him to have one, and then he started crying.
I'm sorry.
And we were in stitches here, like, I'm sorry, Henry, but...
It wasn't like... You said it was okay. I didn't say that. I just had it in my mouth. And I was on the floor.
You just turned around.
I was on the floor crying. It was just so upset. But it wasn't like it was, don't get it wrong, it wasn't so bad, but it was just his expression and stuff from it. It was just like, you've let me down so much by making me eat this, but you put everything into it. And it was like, it was funny. I really don't know how you'll...
No, I don't think he's ever... But I told him this was not pierogi.
Yeah,
this was absolutely disgusting.
But if he sees that again, it'll have to be, I don't know.
It has to be in a restaurant.
Yeah,
but I want to try again, secretly.
Try it, yeah. Try it a few times or something. But I just saw...
It's fun to cook in this family, just put it that way. Sometimes.
You got a child, a baby Yaw turns around, and if he doesn't want anything, he doesn't even say, no, occasionally he says, no more. Yeah. And you're like, oh, okay. Then other times it's just like, vroom.
Yeah.
And the thing just flies over somewhere, and he's just like, ah! And you're like, okay, you want something else? What do you want? And they're like, okay.
Mm-hmm. All these boys love food. So when they're teenagers, oh my God, I don't know how we're going to cook.
I don't know.
Steaks. Oh, the steak from George, remember? Once one of my friends brought like a steak. For me, it's the meat like any other. But apparently it wasn't. It was something special. And even when I tasted it, even I had to say or admit, oh, wow.
The way that it melted it was amazing. It was just so good. Had so much flavour. It melted and it was just
you know what?
so
Remember
nice.
when we talked about what your fetish is?
Food.
If
Dirty,
like
what's
I
about
was
it?
asking you, would you like me being dressed up as a nurse or should I dress up as a steak?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Do that.
I look at Amazon steak
Yeah.
costume for adults,
How you doing?
medium rare. Really?
No.
Can't believe I haven't thought about this before.
But then you'll have to kind of come with some peppercorn sauce or béarnaise sauce on the side.
It shouldn't be costume, the real meat. No, Christ, that's
Yeah,
disgusting.
dude. Is it Lady Gaga who did the
Yeah.
the meat
Oh my God.
suit? Do the meat suit, and then you can do like I don't know. We shouldn't go any further because I'm just realising where I'm going. We're still on the podcast, aren't we? I just realised. I was like, whoa, let's bring that back in. We'll leave it there.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll talk
But you know what? Let's talk about like sharing the chores. Like, how do you share? How do you decide what you should do, what I should do, or what a man should do, what a woman should do? Because in our family, I have to say, Yaw is the feminist. I'm not saying I'm not, of course, but I still believe there are certain things that are predominantly for men, and vice versa. But Yaw doesn't agree with me.
You know what? When you just said that kind of took me back because, again, the way I've kind of, I know bringing was fairly traditional, but say my sister, if she was cooking, and she cooked quite a bit, but my brother-in-law cooked. And, it was that culture of, clean, and it was interchangeable. So if the bin needed to be taken out, it wasn't because, it's the smelly bin, so it needs to be taken out, so it needs to be the guy that goes and takes it out. Actually, the bin just needs to be taken out, and it just gets done.
Yes.
This is where it's going to get interesting, isn't it?
I'm not saying that, when it's two of us, we have the same, resources. We're in the same situation with the bin in front of us.
Yeah.
Of course, it doesn't mean I'm not capable. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course I can, or if you're not here.
Just do it then.
But
Oh.
I think it's more like the heavy stuff, carrying heavy stuff, yeah, or smelly stuff.
See, that's
more
what I mean.
More for men. Doesn't mean a woman shouldn't do it or can't do it. Of course, we also need to do these things, but I don't know how to put it. By default, it's man's job.
No, it's not though.
Okay, it's like in history.
Oh, but then what's the whole point of history? You learn from history and you change and you move forward. Or you learn from it and you move forward.
No, it's like, who should bring flowers to who? Men to women, no?
Oh, we had this conversation the other day, didn't we?
Doesn't mean a woman can't bring you a flower, but it's,
Oh.
So these things, I think, should stay the way they...
No. I don't think so. I think it's got to be a two-way street on that.
Okay, just for the record, I'm a feminist in terms of women's rights. Sorry, it's just these little things that I think sometimes women push too much. They should stay in their feminine goddess energy rather than, To me, sometimes it's like pushing against nature. In some cases, like when someone is extreme.
And I I just don't agree with that at all.
I know.
I know. It just, to me, if you.
But wait a minute. I'm not saying they're not capable. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But say, I don't know, you lift heavy stuff at work, heavy boxes, yeah?
Okay.
And there's a woman and a guy.
Yeah.
So who is like somehow unconsciously expected to do it?
Anybody who's there that's capable of doing that.
But isn't it more like, no, expected is not the right word, but wouldn't you naturally feel like, oh, let me just do it because I'm a bloke?
No, I would do it if it was there and it just
If it was heavy, like heavy.
No, but if it was there and I just needed to do it, I would do it. That's where I see it from. But if it was like...
Okay, let's say you have something heavy to lift and your supervisor says, one of you move it, yeah? Okay. Lift it up and move it. And it's you and a tiny woman.
I'll say get on the weights. Get on the weights and... pick up
You
the
would
box.
do it. I know you would do it automatically. You just can't agree with me.
I would do it if I felt that person was not incapable, but, would find it, if I would find it easy enough and that person would like really struggle. But I tell you what, in that situation there, if I did that and that person didn't even pretend to offer to pretend, but didn't even look like they were going to...
Shoulder, yeah.
I'd put it back down. I'd put it back down. And
you wouldn't?
I would, because there's a difference. I feel there's a difference there that people just expecting you to do it for the sake of doing it than, you genuinely looking to kind of...
I think if it was me, the woman, I would say some joke.
I hope you're so funny. You seriously would be doing Netflix specials or something if you thought that sense of humour was... No,
but even being a gentleman, say,
yeah,
would you expect a woman to open the door for you or to let you have a seat in the bus, on the bus?
Why not?
That would be weird. Come on.
No.
If, say, a woman older than you is sitting on a bus, then you come in and she stands up. Oh, have a seat.
An older woman, did you say?
Yeah.
No,
Not like old, but older than you. But if it's vice versa, it's...
I would seriously take it on point of merit. The situation and stuff at the time. If I see someone there who's struggling and you can see that...
No, just healthy. Healthy woman lets you have a seat just because you're a bloke.
I'd say I'd actually that's a kind of pay it forward moment, because you don't get that and you don't see that. So for that to have actually happened, you know what? It would probably make my day. I'll probably turn around and say, no, I'm actually okay because I'm good to stand.
Well, don't you be like, why you want to let me have your seat?
No, I don't care. I'm taking your seat. If it was a case of, no, but that's what I'm saying. Say, for some reason I couldn't, and that person just did, and they offered, I'll be like, oh, thank you. And that's great. But if I could stand, there's no reason for me to kind of sit down, and I'll be like, okay, I'll wave it off.
There's not a point. Anyway, so
we could go on.
We're different in this.
Yeah, I think we could
I like
go on.
that we're different.
No,
but now I forgot what we were saying originally. Oh yeah, that like heavy rubbish bins and stuff. It's like you do it most of the time. When you're not here, or I'm in a very good mood, or it needs taken. Like. Of course I can do it, and I do it. I'm not saying I shouldn't do it because I'm a woman. But,
No.
80% of the time you do it.
Okay. And I think this is also where it kind of balances itself out, because there's certain things that, like you said, you may do more that exactly. I probably don't. And it's not just kind of out of choice. It's What?
Yeah, may.
May?
You said there are things I may do more. I said, yeah, may.
Yeah. When are you going to get that Netflix special? Anyway. No, but I don't know. There's a lot of times when, if you do the kitchen, you'll do a deep clean and stuff of the kitchen. Whereas I will wash the dishes, I'll wipe the sides down and things.
The men's way of cleaning.
Don't say it's men's way of cleaning.
Like
'cause it's
average.
not.
Average.
It's not average because that's an assumption, isn't it?
Okay, then from what I hear.
From what you hear or what you think you hear. Because
No, what I think I hear.
not what you think. Okay. But it's still. Can you say it's statistically significant? The number of people.
But it doesn't matter.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say, because you're taking a viewpoint from X, but it may not actually be the real kind of statistic of what it actually is, right?
Yeah.
But anyway.
I think the main difference is that you wait till it's really bad in order to do something, and I like to keep it nice. It doesn't always work. We have 3 kids and we're tired. It's just, but I think it works for us. No, we don't have any issues with that.
Just on occasion. Sometimes.
Yeah, but it's usually just something silly.
Yeah.
Or when I'm irritated about something else, and that's just the last straw.
Yeah. I remember. I remember once. You'd gone slacking, you were coming back, and you were coming back was it that day? I think it was that day. And I'd actually cleaned the day before, and I'd cleaned up. It was kind of, you might have gone away for a weekend or something, and cleaned up, and, it was actually spotless. And then, like, in the morning, that's when the radiator kind of went in the ensuite. And it was just like, I literally just wanted, I was fuming. I was so upset because we'd made the effort to make sure, big surprise.
My birthday.
Was it on your birthday?
Yeah.
And you were coming, and what ended up being me and the boys kind of trying to do a bit of a surprise, and it was your birthday, wasn't it? And it was a bit of a surprise, but actually what it was water leaking through the ensuite, straight through the kitchen, and the whole kitchen was just flooded. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. We put so much effort and stuff into it, and left, all I see was these drips and stuff from the roof, and I was thinking,
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. But
you know what, maybe it's a good thing you tied it before, because if there was some like leftovers, food or stuff in the kitchen, can you imagine?
Yeah, I think normally, we're quite good at that. There's always, there can be cups and bits and bobs and stuff here, but it's not like...
Yeah, but you know what, I didn't mind at all. It's like, it's not your fault.
I think I was more free. But by the time that you got back, I think most of it was sorted out, because I remember I was supposed to do a few meetings, facilitate a few meetings. And I said, I can't do it. The water's just coming through the roof in the kitchen. And everybody's like, okay, bye. Go. And I was like, I can't believe it.
No, it's okay.
No, it was now that you look back on it, it's a bit funny, because obviously everything was okay and everyone was okay in the end, but...
Yeah. Why were we mentioning this?
No, it's just the fact that it's just...
No, I'm just trying to remember what we were talking about before.
No, but it was just the irony of trying to...
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Making the effort to, go do the deep clean.
Yeah.
And then when I tried to do it, it ends up in water coming through the kitchen roof.
That's okay.
Thank you.
So how do you think couples should share chores. I think there is no one size fits all, no? So whatever works for you, as long as you're both happy, that's important, not just one of you. But if your partner is not helping as much as you would have liked them to, then it also always comes down to communication, no? That we covered in previous episodes. So if you haven't listened to, I think it's called the one Secrets to a Happy Marriage, something like that, where we shared more on communication tips. So you can go back to that. But I think that's all it is. But instead of judging or criticizing, just have a normal conversation where you explain how it makes you feel when they're not helping or when it's just you doing everything, and take it from there. Because what I see women often do is they knock, and they complain. Why don't you do this? You never do this.
And that's obviously be from whichever side.
Yeah. Of course.
It's not just women.
Yeah, of course. It can be any gender.
Yeah.
But this is the worst way to actually achieve anything. Although I understand the frustration, of course, and it's good to have a rant.
I don't know.
It's if you really want to change it, then it's you can't avoid having a proper conversation without heated emotions and criticism.
It doesn't work. Walls go up.
Yeah.
And the thing that you're trying to get across so much is not being listened to, and it's going in one ear and out the other, because your walls have gone up, their walls have gone up, and you just sometimes just looking for a slightly different approach, and hopefully that gets the message across.
I'm just trying to think, when I'm not happy with you not doing something, what I do. No, I usually react emotionally first, like, oh. But then we talk it through, no? I'm just thinking. Or if it's just something small, there's not worth even talking about. Is it?
Just as long as it doesn't build up. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I think generally we talk, even if we have a little rant about something at some point when we're just like, okay.
And I have one question, Angel, before we finish.
Yeah.
What is your advice to men or women who believe that certain chores are just for men and just for women? Say, man doesn't want to hoover because it's a woman's job, he says, yeah? What are your views on that? Not for those people, but maybe for their partners, how to approach this.
Well, how to approach saying it, or because I think we just said that, but
yeah, that's true. So yeah, for people who really believe it's a woman's job or it's a man's job,
suck it up, because at the end of the day, it just needs to be done. It's got nothing to do with whether it's a woman's job, man's job, whomever's job it is. Just if it needs to be done, it just needs to be done. Make your life easier. Make both your lives, or however many you've got in your relationship, situationship, just do it.
Yeah, it's like when, say, they both work, and a man says, you should only, like to a woman, you should tidy because it's a woman's job. Then she could say, then you should work because that's a man's job. No? Because that's like going back to the Stone Age, right?
That just,
So there is not much there to say. Just suck it up, exactly, and see like it just needs to be done.
I think you kind of hit the nail on the head a little bit before with that compromise. And I know, like with the communication, sometimes there are certain things that you one of you prefers doing more than the other. And if it works for both of you, and you decide that maybe you'll do the kitchen or you'll do the bathroom, or something along those lines, and you as the couple or throuple or whatever, as long as your unit is okay and happy with that, great, just go with it. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. So if your man thinks tidying is a woman's job and you're happy with it because you too think it's a woman's job, then that's absolutely fine. But if you or they struggle, then it needs to be communicated. I think we can leave it there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, I look at this folding on just in front of us, and I'm still not going to do it. I'm going to go to bed in a minute. And
Me
just
too.
leave it there.
Like, fuck it.
Yeah, I can live with that.
And this is what I love about us. Like, we're not fast about these things. Like,
tomorrow morning,
tomorrow.
When we get up, we'll just do a quick run. Put it all
I know we won't do it in the morning, but I'm going to do it after school run.
Oh, don't try and bait me. Don't try and.
You want to bet?
Oh, yeah.
But that's fine.
See, that's good. That's a way of getting.
You're
someone
not gonna
to
do it, but it's fine. Reverse psychology.
Yeah.
Right. So I think we can wrap it here. This was really fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening, and don't forget to leave a
great review.
What do you mean great review? 5-star review. That's our line.
That's a great review. Great is relative, right? So a 5-star review, but in my words, great review.
Oh, and read between the lines. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Take care. Bye.